Good morning. Here we are. It is day 44. I love that angel number 44. Yay. 44 is double Venus. So it is day 44, right? It is Wednesday. Yes, it's day 44 of this Facebook video challenge. And today I'm sitting here in the beautiful flower section of my local Whole Foods. Look at how beautiful. Look at all these gorgeous flowers. And what I want to talk about today is growth. So growth is inevitable. G is for growth. Growth is totally inevitable, and we can choose how we want to grow, but we can't choose whether or not to grow, because the reality is we're always growing no matter what. Your body is always making new cells. Even while you're sitting here watching this video, you're making new cells in your mouth, you're making new cells in your stomach. Those turn over every couple days. I just recently read that your eye cells turn over every 2 days. Your skin takes about 6 to 7 weeks. And everything is constantly arising new in the body. Everything is also arising new in nature. And if you just look at these gorgeous flowers, just look at this. See how some of them are blooming and some of them are budding and some of them are already done. And we're all doing that. And so it's really, once you realize that we are that constant exuberance of nature is us. And for a lot of people, they feel stuck, and they feel stuck. They're not really stuck, but they feel stuck because their limiting belief is telling them a certain story that makes them believe that they're playing in a super small sandbox, which makes it feel like I can't grow. There's not room for me to grow. And really that is fear. That is your ego. That is some old story running that says you're going to get in trouble, or people won't like you, or who do you think you are, or you're going to fail. And you know what? All of that is probably true. It's probably true that the more you grow and the more you expand, that you will, resonate with certain people who completely adore you and love what you're doing. And there are going to be other people who are jealous of you and are going to try and cut you down. And I recently learned of this great metaphor. I learned it from a beautiful friend of mine, Lucinda from New Zealand. And I don't know if it's actually a New Zealand story or not, but I want to give her credit because she's the one who told it to me. Which is that there's something called the tall poppy syndrome. And that is this, that when we're walking around and we see a tall poppy, you want to cut it down, right? You're attracted to that tall poppy and you try to cut it down. You do cut it down, and in human nature we do that because we're actually jealous when we see people rising up and expanding. And if we haven't healed that in ourselves, what's actually happening when you see somebody standing in their greatness is either one of two things. Either you feel super inspired and you feel called to pull that quality of yourself out because you recognize it in someone else. When you see it in someone else, you recognize a part of yourself that wants to be more of that. And in a healthy person, you recognize, wow, what a beacon, that person inspires me and I can do that too. And then you let yourself shine. And that's the model that I want to stand in, which is that I want to inspire you, and I am inspired by others because we're all part of this cosmic bicycle chain. We're all pulling each other forward, and we're all uplifting each other, and we're all contributing to each other's greatness. When we're out of alignment, what it shows up as is I see someone who's super great and I don't like them for their greatness, and I cut them down. I try to make them be bad, or I judge them because I'm recognizing a quality in myself that I have not integrated. I'm recognizing a quality in myself that I'm ashamed of, or I haven't made peace with, or there's somebody in my family who acts a particular way and I vowed I will never be like that. So I reject a part of myself. And truly, you can only recognize in another what's in you already. Because if it wasn't in you already, you wouldn't be able to know it. What you know, how can I say this? You only know what you know, right? So when you see a quality in another person and you're either like, oh my gosh, I really want that, or I really admire that, or I hate that, both of those are the same. They're in you already. And if you're not reactive in one way or the other, if you just are that, then you just are that. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, that's what I want to share, is that we're all here to grow, which is why I'm sitting in this beautiful greenhouse area. And so my invitation to you is, how do you want to grow today? Because you're going to grow anyway. So what would you like to grow into? Who are you becoming? And what is the beautiful bloom that you see yourself blooming into? Let me know, leave a comment below, and have a beautiful day. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and thank you for your comments. I really appreciate them. I read all of them and I will respond to them personally, and I would love it if you share these posts with your friends and if you comment below, because that really encourages and uplifts me to keep going. Have an awesome day. Lots of love.